What's up, credit repair business owners? It's Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. And I wanted to make this video for you because I haven't been able to make them. We've been very busy here, but I do want to give you some updates from what's been going on. Business has been very good, and I hope it's been very good for you. Leads are flowing like water. They're coming in. You know, have some vendors that are buying, some vendors that dropped off. I don't know, maybe they had some illnesses in the family or they're not able to work with full staff in their areas. But the people are out there, and when this whole thing is said and done with what we're going through in the country, you know that it's going to be a huge market with people that are going to be needing help with their credit, help with getting out of debt. There's people that are getting sued left and right. We opened up a whole nother service where we're helping people with pro se defenses with debt collectors that are coming after them for old and outdated debt, or that are coming after them for debt that has been sold that may not be past statute limitations, but they don't have all of the appropriate documentation to prove that they have to pay the debt. So we have a department where we're making a pro se defense package, and I think that's something that you should look at doing to allow you to have additional products and services for your credit repair business. Because if you're just leaning on the credit repair services itself, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. When I do my consulting with companies, which is very limited now, I'm only really willing to work with one or two people per month. I don't want to overextend myself, but when I consult, one of the things that I talk to them about is getting those additional revenue sources. I had showed you my YouTube where, making over $6,000 a month from YouTube just by posting videos. And then I figured out a way to generate leads from that, from posting the videos. And you may be saying, well, yeah, people contact you from the videos and they want to sign up with your service or inquire. Yes, that was something that's a given. But there's another opportunity that people don't even know, where people will give you their information. They will opt in on the list. And the reason why that's so special, that I figured out how to do that, is because you cannot do paid ads on YouTube or Google for credit repair. But I'm getting 20 to 25 leads per day, absolutely without paying anything. As a matter of fact, I'm getting paid to generate leads. I'm getting paid, number one, by YouTube paying me revenue just for posting content videos, and then I get paid from people that want to become customers. And something that I've noticed is that the customers that are coming from there are they're like ready to sign up. They watch many of my videos, and they just, they become the know, like, and trust, which is part of the sales process, is to know, like, and trust a person before you can buy the product, because they can't experience the product until they actually spend their money. So they buy the person, the individual, the company first. So doing one of my consulting clients this month, working on their sales page, I wanted to give you some tips, because this is something that I've learned, that when you do something so many times over and over and over again, that pays off. I remember when I was in high school and everybody was playing around when we had typing class. It was, I can just remember like it was yesterday. Everybody was playing around, but something within me said, don't play around, type. Like, don't look at the keys, do what the teacher said, learn this. And I don't know, maybe something was just looking over me, because I can type like 3, 4, 500 words in a minute. Like, I'm talking about very fast, never look down, never make, very little mistakes. Uh, and I ended up using in my life to where like it was just big time. It played a big part. Sorry about that. I had a little glitch on my video here, but the whole thing, it played a big part in my life because what I was able to do is just look. We live in a computer age, and we're using computers, and we're doing all this stuff with computers, and we need it right now. I'm going to close this blind real quick here. All right, like the sun just started coming in on me. So yeah, it's played a big part in the way I was and what I was going to be doing as a career. Because I mean, when I was in school, I did nothing with newspaper, newsprint. Uh, I knew about sales, but I didn't know about advertising. And I ended up starting my advertising company. And to come full circle with writing these sales pages for websites, because it's like that's my specialty. I can write a sales page for a website, and most sales pages on the website, I don't care where you go, if it even if it's for a regular product that someone just like, it's just like you just got this product and you're selling it. There's really nothing to convince someone about if they want it. That those there from the best copywriters are doing like 1% at the most. 0.5% is like great for them. If I on my stats from my sales pages, from writing video sales letters, from doing videos, from writing out my website sales page, I've done as high as 8%. That means that if 100 people came to my website, 8 people would buy. Think about that. 8 people would buy without talking to anyone. Have you ever sold someone something for your service without even being able to talk to them? Where they just gave you the credit card and said, "Here, bill my card every month. I'm okay, even though I didn't talk to you. Bill my card every month." How many of you have actually had people do that for you? It's very few. And when it comes to understanding how I've been able to learn that, because it's more than just about like getting lucky and putting something together and writing it on paper. It You have to practice doing this. And this is my magazine that my wife and I started in 2000. I'm sorry, in 1990. We started this in 1990. And one of the first things that I learned when we were doing this is that when advertisers didn't get response, they didn't want to run their ad in the book. Even if they had a contract, they were like, "We don't want to run because we're not making any money." So one of the things that we learned very fast was that you have to structure an ad in newsprint a certain way, or people are going to be blind for it. Some of the best ads that were ever put together that look good don't get anybody any business. Uh, I became what's called a direct response marketer over the years, where that means that I could put something on paper in a certain way. And some of the times the advertisers, they was like, "I don't like that. People aren't going to respond to it." And I had to convince them, just trust me. I know what I'm doing because I know how busy people are. When people are flipping through a magazine or a newspaper, you only have a few seconds to catch their attention. And if you don't do it the right way, they're going to just be blind to your advertisement. And you have to do that in a way that's not where you're trying to shock somebody or scare them into some. How are you going to scare someone into eating at a food place? You can't. So you have to be creative in the way that you make the ad. And over the years, I had learned on, because I just paid attention. I was like, if I'm looking at this and I'm flipping through it, I knew number one, people don't really read, they scan. So that means that you got to put things in spots for people to get their attention, and then you put the details under. And so I had learned to do that. And then what happened was from practicing that over and over, um, at one point we worked with like 7,000 businesses is when I stopped counting. It's probably more than 10,000 now. Um, so with working with over 7,000 small, medium, and large businesses and small classified ad uh, people. Look at that. There's a picture of me right there. We have a mobile app that we send the paper to now, moving into the new technology. But we have these box classified ads, and these people pay, all these rental places and people that provide services, and we construct these ads. It doesn't matter how small the ad is, you have to construct it with having the person in mind of the way that they scan through. You don't want to make people read a book. So that gets full circle into making your website sales page. But before I even get to that, let me talk to you about something. Uh, when I talk about lead generation and or even buying leads on, you have to do things to maximize your leads, and that's where having other types of services that you offer can help bring in revenue so you can keep the company profitable. A lot of businesses and a lot of people don't know this. There's a lot of businesses that either don't make money on their first sale with a customer, or they're set up to where when they make a sale, they work hard for a huge back end sale. You've probably seen this if you've ever went to a seminar on real estate. They bring you in for free, they sell some books for cheap, and then they try to upsell you to a 2 day or 5 day seminar. Some of them I've seen 5,000 and up as high as 25,000. And these companies are pros at doing it. It's like people don't even understand what they're doing is they are taking you through a sales process. They know that number one, we've already invested money to even get the seminar going, getting the place, getting us all there set up, if they're giving food, stuff like that. So they know that what they're going to do with getting people in there to buy books and MP3s used to be books and tapes. Those are like loss leaders to help bring back the revenue of getting everything set up and all the advertising to get people there. Where they make their profit is going to be selling people on the big program. And now with the credit repair business, what I tell people to do is to maximize your leads so you can continue growing your monthly revenue from your credit repair services, but you have all of these other services that you can provide. And I have an example here of what a company did to me because I had looked into doing an SBA loan for my new mobile app for Blue Book. And you'll be seeing that launched nationwide pretty soon. And it's going to talk about that app is going to, in essence, be like Uber, but it's going to be for news, like how you can get an Uber. Well, we will have people that will actually report news, and we pay them for going out there and getting news that is readily, like that is not went through any filters with news channels or uh, no biases behind it. It's just right there getting the news, and they get paid for it. That'll be launching, and I hope to get your support on that. But I had checked into doing a SBA loan for it just to see what would happen because a company had called me up that I've done some business with, and they said that they have this program for the SBA for the 7A loan. It was going to be a 30-year term, and I was going to get $1.5 million. If I can get it, if I could have got the money, I would have used their money to finance my business. And but it ended up not being true with the terms on the 7A loan. They were looking at doing a 10-year. They offered me $1.5 million with a 10-year, and I just people are just texting the hell out of me. Um, Hold on one second. Let me just get this back. And I just said I'll just self-finance it. I don't want to owe anybody any money. I 100% believe in that what we're going to be doing with that. But the company, what they did to maximize the lead of me inquiring about it was that I see that I got this letter in the mail to Blue Book, and another company is saying that if all I have to do is make a call and activate this card, and they will give me $500,000. Like that, they've already, because they've looked at did a, I guess they probably do a soft pull on maybe on the business and myself, that they've already pre-qualified me right here, and they said all I have to do is make this call, which I'm not going to do. But they're maximizing. Just think that company spent money to get me as a lead from when they originally did business with me, and now they'll sell my information to another service that's similar in what they do, and they can recoup. So they're maximizing their leads, and you need to do that for for your own company. There's several ways that you can do it. One way is you can sell your leads to debt settlement companies, or you could do a pay per lead to debt settlement companies. I have those type of programs with one that's you see right behind me. They pay me $55 per lead, and I have another one that pays $25 per lead. And then the part that's internal with my company is that I have several products that we have. My list now is over 85,000 people on my list of non-buyers for credit repair services, and I always send them something. I even have a T-shirt, and people are buying a T-shirt for 29 bucks, and I make I think the company I just send them the money for $9.25. They print it, package it, and ship it, and I keep all the rest of the money. That's something. Just think if you even had that type of process, you can buy, you know, be able to keep your advertising going just with something like that, where you're making money on a T-shirt, where you're making money on YouTube. You're making money on YouTube. You're making money with your credit monitoring services. When I started really evaluating my business on all the different ways that I could bring in revenue, like my head just like sometimes I have to slow myself down because there's so much opportunity that I have. Let me so sit down, evaluate what you're doing for your business, because there could be like so many avenues available for you to make revenue that you're not even paying attention to. Boy, this sun is just tearing me up here. Um, but yeah, that's what this company did, is that they sold my information to another company, and that's what they did. All right, so let's get to it. Let's go quickly through this on with your website. These are some things that you need to pay attention to, or you're gonna have it's gonna you're gonna be frustrated because people are not buying. And you need to trust me on this, because I know I've like on when look at one of the stats that I got here. And if you don't have Sam card, you should get Sam card. I think I put the link here, because data is like everything when you want to see how something is performing. Data is like it'll help you make your decisions. Like, okay, on one of my this is some real internal stuff that I'm about to tell you too. On one of my videos, and I'm just people are just dinging the hell out of me. Now you see why I can't make videos all the time, because start doing something and sitting down, people trying to get in touch with you for stuff. Um, let's see here. There's one video, one that caught my attention that I wasn't even paying attention to. Wasn't even paying attention to, that was striking like uh big time on here it is here. Okay. for my payment page, and this is something that you should do when you're doing your payments. Like a lot of people make this mistake when they are set up the page for people to check out. Like you have your payment buttons, and they make one of the huge mistakes they make is that they don't tell the person this is what's going to happen after you give me your money. Because what happens is that a lot of people they get afraid and they think as soon as I hand over my card, it's not going to be the same because they've experienced that with working with other companies with either credit repair or just with other companies. Period. Hell, there's a car dealer that hold on one second. Um, there was a car dealer that I had bought my G wagon from, and they were like one of the best. Like I was like, this place is great. And then after we got it and we started having trouble with that car, like they changed. And you might be thinking that you like people with reviews, like that's what matters. Let me tell you, reviews is a bunch of bullshit. If you think your company is going to live on reviews, you're in trouble because reviews are like having a relationship with a person, and people always get into another relationship from another bad relationship, and that's because they're going to do what they think is best for them regardless of the relationship that person may somebody might be warning them about that relationship. Now, not to say some people won't, but most people are going to make a final judgment on what they're going to be getting for the exchange of their money, and they're going to be more willing to take a chance. Because if it was the other way around with reviews and all that stuff, businesses would be gone, by next week. So what I had noticed on one of my pages, and you should pay attention to this when making your sales page, is that I have a link that shows me the percentage of people that land on this page that has outline of what they will experience once they become a customer of our company. And it is clocking at 26.8%. 5,666 people landed on that page. 1,516 orders. 1,516 people ordered. And when I say ordered, these are people that ordered the main product of my company, which is $584.90, the credit repair services from that. And if you are one of these numbers people, you add up that, so we got 1,516 people, 584.90. We're talking about $800,000 in revenue from that page, from just that page. And when I saw that, I was like, I need to just make an ad and just run it to that page because it looks like people are just, when they get on that page, they're just signing up. Like they're just signing up. Like maybe they're going to other pages and then they get to that page, but they're really not doing that way because this tracking link, they can only get to there from one tracking link to another. So that's how I know that that page is really just kicking some what. Now, so now just to kind of help you out on getting your sales page in order, is that one of the most common mistakes people make when setting up a sales page is that the sales page is not set up to talk to the person. You should set up the sales page as if you're talking to them because they're going to be reading through it. And if you can get them lost to where they think that you're actually talking to them, and you might think that that's crazy. I'm going to take a quick drink of water. My throat's getting dry. Look up at my office cameras, people getting ready to get off work. But I've had people that read the website, my and they were like, it was like you were talking to me, and be like, I am talking to you. I wrote that for you. I'm, joking with them. I was like, I wrote that for you. And they was like, yeah, I was reading through it and you were saying this and you were saying that. And it was like you were talking directly to me for my situation. And that's because when I make the page, I make it like I'm talking to the person. Some people may say, well, you made grammatical errors here and there. When you talk to people, you'd be surprised how many times you skip around on words because the uh, conversation between people, we don't need as much many verbal words as you might think. If you when you get around your wife or your friends, there's a lot of stuff where you could just be like, and then they'd be like, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, I know what you're saying, and you don't even say what you're saying. You just be like, and that's how you want to make your sales page. But some people are afraid to do that. I'm not afraid to do it, and I've became a master at doing it. I mean, I'm talking about uh, these pages make millions of dollars, and I've done it repeatedly over and over again. I've done it with my advertisers, with the magazines. Like some of these people are very successful. They know how to make some pizza and they know how to make some chicken and all that stuff, but they don't know how to make any advertisements. And when you make ads, if it talks to people, it will get them to respond and they will do business with you. The other thing is that you have to build a case when you're doing your advertisement for your business. You have to build a case around why someone should, number one, do business with you, and the parts of that is uh, why they should trust you, uh, and that has to be demonstrated. It can't just be told; it has to be demonstrated. Part of that is through the words you use. Part of it is the way that you demonstrate. And remember what I said about that page. What was so special about that page that's getting that 26.8% sign up without talking to someone. Like people are signing up and buying our services from that page. It's that it demonstrates what's going to happen after you give your money. Like it answers that question. So when you are building a case for your company, you have to pretend like someone is prosecuting your company and you're like, no, that's not true. This is the facts. And then that's not true. This is the facts. But you have to do that. You have to craft it. You can't just say it. You have to demonstrate it. You just can't just be like, we're going to dispute your negative information off your credit report. Well, hell, they can go to YouTube and see somebody do that and tell them how to do that for free. They can go download a free letter and try to do it for free. That's why everybody keep trying to come up with these gimmicks like pay for deletions. Every pay for deletion company that's out there was really the business owner that gave up on getting paid while they're doing stuff. It's because they're like, hey, if I could just get them to sign up and say I'll get paid on the back end, that'll be fine. And when they set up those companies to get paid on the back end, they're getting the only way that they can survive is that they can have a high ticket amount for to pay for deletion. That's the only way. Because if they couldn't, they wouldn't survive on a regular, normal uh, payment type plan that most companies would offer for credit repair. You also have to be very transparent on your website. A lot of people are afraid of dealing with companies, i.e., websites that really don't show anything. It looks like the same old template from some other credit repair company. Look at your website. Ask yourself if you came to that website and you didn't know yourself, would you sign up for the services? 9 times out of 10, almost 10 times out of 10, when I consult with someone, people would not sign up with them. They may ask to talk to you, but the website isn't going to do it. You need to show your guarantees. If you're guaranteeing your service, you need to show your guarantee. And if you have a credit repair service and you don't have a money back guarantee, you are asking for trouble in the future. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope everyone enjoyed it. You can see I had several interruptions here, but push through it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video posted. If you need credit repair leads, remember that we give you the opening script with those leads. If you need consulting services, I have a openings coming up in November. One opening for November, only one, and you can inquire about that. Just reply back to the email because I don't take everyone. I want to see where you're at with your business. If you're not ready for consulting yet, I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. I'm not going to take your money. All right, this is Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch up with you next time.